Hello everybody and welcome back to the Amalgam Estate. Alrighty. So, we've had quite the adventures with the high-level dungeons. But you know what we've been neglecting? That's right. Our lower-level characters. So, what we're gonna do at the start of this one is we are gonna level up 4 of our lucky lower levels. And ideally, nobody is going to die. Now, I think... Okay, we do have a prevent nighttime ambush. Hang on. Also, I don't think you've seen the survivalist in a while. I'm just gonna warn you. She's certainly something to look at. As I warned you. So, what we're gonna do is, let's go ahead and get a... You know what? Mend banner. Then, we're going to... Wound cure. Then, we're going to take a chance to tell a joke. Whether it lands or not, who knows? But we're gonna try, and that's what's important. Then, I'm also going to take Force of Will, because it is just important enough that I want it now. So here we go. We bring Bennett the Cataphract with the Ancestor's Portrait, the Benevolent Scales Thrust Warmth Banner of the East, and Onslaught, just in case. We then bring Pam and Pam, Pamela and Pamela, with the Unholy Trinity, the Ancestor's Candle, and all of their abilities. We then bring the Bloat with the Aquatic Spider Carapace, the Ancestor's Map, Diseased Sludge, Encouraging Laughter, Buzz of Decay, and Rot Veins. Before we finish it off with the Songbird, who has the Tamer's Topper, Ancestor's Coat, Entropic Melody, Death's Lullaby, Nebulous Chorus, and of course, the Shimmering Crescendo. Oh boy. Okay, so 3 battles. Oh my god. Alright. May as well. That's pretty good. I mean, honestly, that's as good of a start as we could have asked for. So here's what we're gonna do. They're weak to blight, so we are going to abuse that little fact. We're gonna go for Adder's Kiss. Okay, you are blighted for 7. I'm going to... Could get a stress heal. I don't think it's too terribly necessary, so instead, let's go for their stress. We roll minimum, that's fine. Bennett does not. An unstoppable force. Okay, now we're gonna go for Disease Sludge. Okay, it lands on you, which means no healing. Oh, bet you want an oath. Well, the Aegis is unfortunate. A spew. Luckily, we end up dodging the spew, but the Mounch does end up hitting us, and it also blights us. Very unfortunate. But you know what else is unfortunate? Your end. What matters is we get a stress heal and we remove the Aegis. Now, this does flat damage, and it also bypasses guard. So let's get a little bit of damage on you while breaking the guard before we take out your so-called defender. Sanguine Siphon isn't going to do anything. In fact, it's only going to take the blight away. He is now dead next turn, so we go for a chuckle. Now, I'm going to go for a single target heal. I'm going to need to adjust where all of our skills are, because that is going to absolutely mess with me. We managed to get blighted despite everything. Okay, let's see. You're dead, so I'm not too worried about you. Let's get some flat damage on the carrion, and then we take it out. Good stuff. Tiny bit of stress heal. Good stuff. Now, Yeah. Guarantee that he dies, just in case he has some mystical take less damage for no reason. Good stuff indeed. Now, for Bennett, I need to change this. Thrust, Onslaught, Banner of the East, and Warmth. I like my skills being in certain positions. And if they're not, it messes with me. Okay, we do get another surprise, actually. Very, very good for us. Let's go for Captivate. That's all but a guaranteed blight on you. Then we go for Adder's Kiss. That is a blight on you. Now, neither one of them are going to be healing. I'm going to go for the Carrion. Unfortunately, we roll absolute dead minimum. I'm going to attempt to go for Rot Veins. Okay, it didn't end up landing, but if it did, we could have potentially done some pretty cool stuff with it. We do manage to take out the Carrion Eater, and we also get a little bit of a stress heal for it. A spew. Blah. Oh, that just gives us your blight. I didn't know you did that. Okay. Well, it turns out they had a counter to our ultimate Giga Brain play. That's very unfortunate. Now you die, and you get what you deserve, with 10 damage coming down immediately. Now, I am going to go for Crescendo. Good stuff. He is taken down. I'm going to try and blight the Skelly. He does have 0%, so I sure hope it lands. Luckily, it does. Let's go for a single target heal, because that is about to be a big blight. However, we should be able to tank it out. I'm not too terribly worried about it. Especially after a dodge, I'm not worried about it. Now, if he had landed a crit, it would have been a different story. But he didn't, so we're not worried about it. He's blighted 4 over 3. That should be, 9 over 3. I was going to say 7. Minimum roll going down once again. We're going to go for a laugh, just so I can try and get a little bit of an extra stall. Unfortunately, Bennett's healing abilities are very, very low at the moment. Okay, Uproot coming and managing to get the stun, but that's okay. He's dead this turn. So I'm not too terribly worried about anything that he can do. So much so, I am going to use up his Aegis. And he has even more blight. Now, let's get a stress heal. Okay, good, good. And we do end up going first, so I'm just going to go for a group heal. Apparently, that was the right choice. Not bad at all. We should be okay. Alright, next battle, please. Ideally, nothing too terrible. Ah, that's not too terrible at all. Look at that. Another surprise. Holy. Talk about lucky, lucky. Okay. Let's go ahead and swap. Something we haven't done just yet. We are going to go for a stun on Middleman, because he can deal quite a bit of stress. It also slows the other two down, which is very, very nice. Which one am I most scared of? I'm going to just try and Giga Blight you, because you are a little bit too much of a problem. However, 8 damage, that's just about minimum. Stack the Blight up. Good stuff. It lands on everyone. Let's go for a single target heal. It also gives us a little bit of protection. Okay, he ends up missing. Luckily for us, Bone Cage going down. That's a bit of protection. And you're stunned, so we don't have to worry about any of your shenanigans for this turn. At least not yet. We're gonna go for Death's Lullaby. Okay. He has 2. I'm gonna stack the Blight. Can we kill? I think we can. We Blight, he's dead. Good stuff. Okay, now, let's go ahead and keep stacking up that Blight on everybody. That way we can just get effectively free damage. I'm going to go for an AoE heal because all of us are a little bit injured, so may as well. Whiplash going down on Bennett. That could be a bleed. You bet it is. I think we are going to use a bandage on that, because 3 over 3 is actually a little on the dangerous side. Ow. Devour Spine, dealing a fair bit of damage to Bloat, especially because we do not have much health. But we deal just as much in return. Now, attack 1, this gets rid of the Aegis. And also still does damage. And attack 2 kills. Deal 3 points of damage to the target 3 times. I see. I thought it just dealt flat damage. No, it deals flat damage multiple times. That's pretty good. Oh. It's actually been pretty uneventful for a little bit here. Alrighty, then. 40% blight resist, 10% armor pierce, bypass stealth, and plus 3 speed. That all you got? I expected so much more from such a formidable zone. Hawkman hearts. Well, that's just embarrassing for you now, isn't it? Bleed. Okay, he is bleeding, which means we get a guaranteed blight. We're also able to shuffle ourselves right back into position before Apotra's cut. Ooh. That could be bad. I think we'll be okay. I think everything is gonna be just fine. Honestly, I'm just gonna stack up as much blight as physically possible. Yeah, 7 damage. He's dead next turn. We're not dead. We're just hurting. A lot. Luckily, we're able to laugh off the potential of death as we get... Hang on. I'm swapping back. Getting a stress heal. A heal off Death's Door. Good as new. And even if he goes first, which he shouldn't because he has 0 speed, we'll be able to get so much more. And then we'll just style on him. Farewell. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna leave the medicinal herbs in favor of the gold. It is a low-level dungeon, so it's not like we're gonna find rubies and stuff here. And then imagine, there's a ruby just inside of the torch. It's not like it hasn't happened, but it is uncommon. Ooh, a ferocious warhound. Oh, that's a little scary. I'm not gonna use a torch, at least not yet. Oh, that's a bad start. Okay, well, we do hit him with a 10 damage, though. Also, 20 accuracy, 11% crit, 15 dodge, can't be marked, and because we hit and he took our buff, that's why he suddenly has a dodge. Well, you're not going to be able to enjoy that for very long, buddy. We are going to refresh our 6 dodge, though, because I would really rather not die if we can take it. Takedown debuffs us like crazy and stuns us. Interesting. I'm gonna swap. Oh. Now, with the extra damage, we're able to take out the second doggo. Okay, now there's only the Ferocious Warhound left, so let's get some damage. And then let's just take him out. 2 actions per turn is... It doesn't matter what character it is. If you're able to take 2 actions per turn, it is inherently going to be very, very powerful. Now, I think how we're gonna finish this dungeon, right? We're gonna camp right now. I feel like it's a good time to do so, especially because it can serve some torch. We're gonna go up to the right, and then down all the way, and then left all the way. I meant to camp. There's a high chance that we're gonna get a battle in there now. Whoops. Ah, well, it's just more exciting. Yes. Yes, that's what it'll be. More exciting. Guarantee ambush. Yeah, let's not do that. More torch burn rate, damage per darkness. Well, alright. There is a chance that everyone takes a lot of stress. Okay, now there is a chance that we undo all that stress. Alright. Works for me. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do a mend banner. Now, everyone gets a little bit of extra healing, and then we go for wound care. And there we go. Basically back to new. Nice. Now, there's most likely going to be a hallway battle here. Or not. Wow, that is very lucky. More damage on a madman. Boy, glad that didn't pick anyone actually important. Ooh, flat damage. Ooh, absolutely beautiful. You love to see it. Let's try and spread around a little bit of blight. It also gets the 10% move. Wow. All right. Sure. You know what? All right, never mind. Apparently I don't know what. Okie dokie. He doesn't even have extra dodge. That's just madman stats. Ball and chain coming down on the songbird, getting a crit, and that's a stun. Never mind, even with the crit. Fair enough. You know what? We're just almost worryingly getting lucky. Really worryingly getting lucky. Please don't let this be another bad episode. Come on. Buddy, we have experienced so much bad luck, and I know what happens when we experience good luck. Don't do it to me. Don't do it. I know what's coming. By the way, another dodge from this madman. Absolutely crazy amounts of dodges as he's getting. I know we do have reduced accuracy because we are low level, but still, his the amount of dodging he's getting is actually pretty crazy. But I know what's coming. When we're lucky, that means the game is plotting. So we need to be extra on our toes. Extraordinarily on guard. I am going to take the Onyx instead of the Eastern Sandals. +2 speed, only in the Sunward Isles. Not exactly a trinket that I'm super excited for. A ruby? Nope. Maybe it fills the level 5 dungeon. Okay, torch is still above 50, so we are A-okay. Can't be marked. Chance to steal buffs. 15 more dodge. 10%. More dodge, more dodge. Gross, gross, gross. Let's reduce disease chance, huh? I think we can hit him. Yes, sir. Alright, no diseases for us. Now, with the extra damage still toggled, we get an easy 17% crit. Next turn, of course. Getting it this turn would be too easy. Obviously, we're gonna get it next turn. Drums habilitation. Okay, we are marked, which is a little scary with the ground tunneler, but we should be okay. We do get blighted, 1/3. Diving smack coming down on Bennett. I thought that had a chance to stun. 24 dodge and 60% protection. Well, guess what? I've got something for that, and it's called true damage. Now, he isn't gonna die, and unfortunately, I'm more worried about the stress than I am his damage. Ooh, you know what? 71% chance, we go for that. And we land it. 60% protection or not, all we needed was 1 damage. So, either way, he was doomed. Okay, you had a chance to steal our buffs. Luckily, that didn't happen. We are going to go for a laugh just so we can attempt to stall a little bit. Stun? Okay, you steal our buffs, which is unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. I'm just going to shuffle. Then we go for a party heal. We rolled a 1, I believe, on that one. That is not amazing. Okay, you stole our buffs again. He's up to 12 dodge. Okay, game is warning me not to stall anymore, so unfortunately, that's that. And then we'll go ahead and put an Aegis up again, because why not? We can. We really don't need any blood. Ah, we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it. So depending, if there really isn't anything over here, we go right, down, left, back to the right, all the way down, and then just all the way to the left. And I think that should be the dungeon. Do we have keys? We do. Dang it. Give it to me. Give it to me, that loot. So shiny, so grand. What the heck is that? Dubious soup. Okay. And then, yes, I will take the puzzling trapezohedron. And I'm gonna keep the onyx instead of the bandages. What's the worst that happens? We get bled? I don't think so. We're immune. Hey, look, it's that ruby. Okay. Yeah, alright. I will take the ruby instead of the anti-venom. Thank you very much. Our luck is... Dude, our luck is too good. Our luck is too good. Something really bad is about to happen. We've got, like, a party wipe incoming later in this episode or something, bro. This is not good. We need to be on our absolute guard. I don't know what it is. I don't know who it is, but something is coming, and we need to be prepared for that. Helm of the Tarnished. Lunar Princess only, plus 10 dodge. And on kill, gain a Lunar Princess trinket. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we take that. Oh, and we're done. Wait, what? That was 90%? We're missing... Oh, because of the secret room. Interesting. I was going to say, we still have 3 rooms to go, but, yeah, we take that. What did we get? We end up with quite a colossal... Wait, I'm trying to click. 15k gold and quite a bit of heirlooms. Then, sneaky on Bennett. Uncleanly on Pam and Pam, but they are defiant and assuaging on the bloat. Alright, not the worst. Anybody new? I don't believe so, but I'm gonna double check. Oni, Cursed, Katie. We have the aesthete. Alright, we're fine. Is there anything that we can actually get here? I mean, technically, we could get some of these. Blight resist buff. I don't think we need it. I think we're fine. Honestly, nothing is really sticking out at me. We have 8 blueprints, and I don't know what I want to do with them. Gotta tell you, not a good feeling. How about any trinkets? Anything new? Oh. I'll take that. Plus 4 flat damage and on kill, heal 10, sanity? Yup. This is for the Tempest. Energize. Okay. Yeah, why not? Okay, and then nothing else of note. Well, well, well. That actually went beyond expectations. That went, in fact, so well that whatever we do next, I'm just inherently worried about our chances for. We could try the Storm Fiend again. I want to save the Astral Spider stuff for its own episode just because it takes so long. Could go after the dragon. Could go after the Ringmaster. Oh, the Ringmaster is going to be so difficult. Maybe we should just try it, though. Could bring Nemesis. That's an interesting thought. We could bring Nemesis. Who else would we bring? Who do we think would actually be good? Natalie with her neurotoxin would actually be disgustingly good. You know what? Let's do Natalie. This team is already looking kind of one-sided. Nemesis. Actually, Nemesis, you want to be in the front, huh? Well, front two. Front two. We're fine. Lynn could be good. The only issue is marks run off so quickly. However, don't we mark? Yes, we do. Could bring Lynn, but then we need someone for healing. We could bring Kale. We could bring Kale to offset that bleed. What an interesting little combo we've got here. Okay. Oh, I don't remember. Doesn't the Ringmaster ignore ripostes? I'm trying to remember. I think she ignores ripostes. However, we're gonna bring Kale. This team is so stacked, but I still feel like we're gonna die. The longer combat drags on, the bigger the Ringmaster's frenzy grows. Oh boy. Human dartboards! Didn't land on Asti. Huh. Apparently 130% bleed resist is enough to resist it. Who would've guessed? Okie dokie. So this is gonna be a scary one. But we'll see what happens. I am terrified of how this fight is gonna go, but it's okay. We have very, very powerful characters on our side. Catharsis. We brought laudanum. We'll be okay. I'm gonna go for Amplify. Everyone now has 50% more crit, which means that Kale now has 100% more crit effectiveness. Speaking of which, Kale, the Tempest, has the high pass filter, the impulse gate, which we just bought, feedback loop, amplify, shock, coma, and energize. Nemesis, the Scourge, has Buffonata, Duncan's head, and all of her abilities. And yes, we will be doing the thing. Lynn, the Enchantress, with the Banshee's shawl, the dubious soup, predatory lunge, rapacious devour, the sand stir, and Brattler's debauchery. And we finish it off with Natalie, the ocean dragon maid, who has the deep sea fish jerky, Babette's head. Welcome! I'll clean it up, don't be a maniac, and it's on me. Invite everyone to die. They count as puppets. I was gonna say, do they count as, as buildings? Probably not. Even if we were able to hit the Ringmaster, which we're not, we wouldn't do any damage anyway. So, let's start getting a little bit of neurotoxin down so that we can make use out of it. Spectacular! More accuracy and damage versus bleeding. Hand to hand! You know what? That's fine. I wanted to do damage to you. Wheel of Death dealing quite a bit of AoE damage, but Kale retaliating with a crit, a reflection, and a stun. Now we go for... You know what? Sandstir. Let's prepare ourselves for a meal. Okay. I'm gonna go for Eclipse. Tiny bit of damage being done. Certainly not a whole lot, but damage is damage. Stage Fright. Okay, yeah, she's stacking that up. The longer we take, the more dangerous this gets. Let's go for Energize. I want to get Energize up on basically everybody if we can. Now, we go for Rapacious Devour. 70 damage, certainly not bad. It does use up the mark, but that's okay. Okay. A little bit more horror. Whatever. This will hit you in the back. Do we have anything that goes through? No. 20 damage, though. That's actually significantly more than I expected. But more importantly, it sets up our riposte. So now, we won't riposte that ability because it's a stress move. A little bit of neurotoxin does kick in, though. Stage fright. Not able to riposte. Even if we were, it wouldn't have hit. I'm going to go for Rattler's Debauchery. We now have a permanent riposte for the entire fight. The more riposte we can get, the better. Bluster coming down again. Unfortunately, that is a stress move. Not a whole lot we can do about it. Okay, you are going to be taking 5 Blight, which is really solid. Let's go for Pain. That was a guaranteed crit, and because we technically took so many hits, we have 105% more damage. The Ringmaster, however, does not think that we should have done that. He stuns his own buddy because it's more entertaining. A bounce. We do get a crit riposte. Oh, but we are stunned. Well, if only we could go for Shock Coma. Unfortunately, not gonna happen. Let's get a little bit of armor piercing on Lynn. We might need it. Now... let's get Neurotoxin going. Now, we have 2 stacks of Neurotoxin, so our next attack is actually going to hit very, very hard. Lynn, not taking too much damage, more of a stun than anything else. Stage fright. Okay, up to 8%. Okay. We're gonna go for friendly communication. It puts us back up to the front. And then we have to go for Scythe next turn. And once Scythe is all out of moves, it's time. Catharsis. Okay, that horror is a little bit scary. Triple riposte comes down on Barry. Good stuff, good stuff. Everyone's doing okay. Let's go ahead and stack our regen on Lynn. Okay, he's stunned, so we don't have to worry about you. I'm just gonna take them both out. Okay. Larry is dead. Now we just have to worry about Barry. I forget their names already. Okay. Go to Sickle. Death. Not quite. That does mean we have to use both attacks. Unfortunate. Ooh, but we are able to get a little bit of a big heal from Kale going down on yourself. Good stuff. I'm gonna shuffle back into position while we still have the opportunity. And let phase 2 begin. Foreboding doom. Oh my, absolutely monstrous riposte coming down from Kale. Let's get some Neurotoxin down and going. Okay, good stuff. So, 50%, yeah. Okay. Well, you look like you could... That sucks. Well, we go for Crescent. Guaranteed crit, does deal quite a bit of damage, and gets that mark that we wanted. Okay. Exsanguined Encore. Okay, everything is okay. So far, we are doing really, really, really well. Let's keep stacking up the regen on Kale. I think we're going to go real big next turn. Encore goes down on Kale, but a just absolute colossal riposte going down in return. We didn't crit, so it doesn't stun. It feels too early. It feels too early, but I really want to do it. Oh, is this where the bad luck comes in? Because it's my own mistake. We're gonna do it. House, real big. Car, real big. Everything is real big. Hello. I'm real big now. Well. Oh, the mark were on. I knew that was gonna be a problem. Alright, just get a bite. I was gonna go for rapacious devour, but it doesn't seem like that's really gonna work out for us. However, since we are real big and you are really in pain, the riposte is now active because she has gone below the health threshold. Let's fuck. Ow. Okay, riposte on riposte violence. I don't like that. That freaking blight is so crazy. She also hit the biggest target in the entire galaxy. Now, this has a, I say small, chance to get an extra round. However, we won't be needing it because we're real big. No, we did need it, actually. And luckily for us, we got it. Ow. Well, good news. We almost killed our own team. But that's the show. I was so afraid of that fight. Perhaps this team was a little bit overkill. I'm willing to say that. Perhaps this team was a little overkill. But I know for a fact that most teams would not survive the Ringmaster. The Ringmaster is such a freaking devastatingly difficult fight that if you don't have basically your strongest people, you're dead. Luckily, we had plenty of strong people at the ready. Also, we were very desperate for that gold, so that's another reason I went all out, because gosh darn did we need that gold. Satanophobia, ugh. Lethargy, Grey Rot, perhaps that's what I deserve. Oh, Dragon Saintress. Known cheat, she's no longer allowed to gamble. Okay, let's get rid of some of these. Grey Rot has got to go. Lethargy has to go. By the way, we got 50k gold, and we have 53k gold. That's why I was desperate. Either way, win is a win. We take that. Don't crash. Good. Good stuff. I don't know why that was happening. It really must have been a bug. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Since Mizufer has refused to stop gambling for the moment, we are just going to give you this dice once again. Hopefully you win. We're hoping for the best. Now, where to go? We're not really close to getting any areas to Exploration 6. Ooh. The Blazing Sun Tome is interesting. We already have the collection of spices. Ancestors Musket Ball. Musket Ball could be nice. Level 5 dungeon. Vanilla Common. Well, we wanted to do something harder. Bad. Trail of Thought, completely offset. This would be something that is considered harder. Way too many straight paths. Definitely don't like that. But either way, we bring Hydrox the Duchess with the Buffonata, the Aria Box Challengers Reprisal, Castigate, Iron Maiden, and Feed the Beast. We then bring the Fool with the Thing's Mesmerizing Eye, because ideally she should be getting a couple kills here. Stone Paw, because, hey, 15% protection is 15%. Whale, because we have to. Weeping Song for a little bit of friendly protection. First circle and fifth circle. Before we then bring Diggs, the Gem Hunter, with the Gem Inlaid Mallet, the Strange Streak Plate, Sparkler Slip, Promise and Prospect, Pack Tactics, and Devious Dig. Before we finish it off with Amber, who has the Ancestors Map, the Benevolent Scales, Radiant Light, Scorching Steel, Luminous Embrace, and Sunrise. Well, I'll tell you what we're doing first. We're going directly to that secret room. Gems? That counts as a gem. Yummy, yummy. Hey, good thing we brought some keys. Robin's Head. This is... Oh, this is for Master Melee. Riposte, 7% crit, more stress damage taken, but you get a regen when you hit a riposte. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Now, unfortunately, we do need to investigate 90% of rooms, so going all the way up just to go all the way down, that's kind of just the play. We brought shovels. We didn't bring shovels. I forgot shovels? Are you serious? Oh. What did it... Whatever. You know what? It just puts me more on my toes. That's all it does. I was... Oh my god, there's another obstacle. Look, it'll be fine. There's nothing to worry about. There's still nothing to worry about. Okay, we can start worrying now. Wow, what a turn one, huh? Let's buff up, shall we? Did we lose her special quirk at some point? I guess we did. Delicious cucumber! Now we're gonna go for a Sparkler Slip because we are going to land the double stun. Look at this. So 120%? Do we have enough? Hang on. So it's 1%, 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's more like 113%. Either way, that's good enough for me. Holy, that hurt, but we got a double stun. So who's the real winner here? The gate opens once again. Some healing needs to be done desperately. Cephalocrustacean leap. Okay. I don't like the focus fire going down on the Fool to an extent. Because on the one hand, she is going to heal back to full, right? Which is good. On the other hand... Oh my, what is with the crits? On the other hand, if she goes to 0 HP, it is a stress nuke for us. So we do have to worry about that. Firstly, though, let's go ahead and heal up our little kobold. Now, we try... You can't riposte this. You have 1 blight. At best, you go to 3, you're left with a single point of health. Good enough for me. Well, it almost works, so you're left with 2. That's fine. Okay, it recovers from stun. I mean, that actually helps us quite a bit. Could go for Weeping Song, but instead, let's high roll. That was a high roll. That's pretty good. Bet the whip! Okay, doesn't manage to stun us. Good stuff. We like that. Vicious Assault! Okay, we are bleeding. There's a risky... good thing she's so slow, because, yeah, that would have been the stress nuke right there. Jeez. Man, that turn 1 has just been so catastrophic for us. Remember what I said about something is going to go bad? It could be now, or it could be later. Either way, let's play as if it's later. Okay, we do land the stun. Good stuff. We don't want him doing anything. We recover from the stun ourselves. Good, 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 good. Yes, we are taking a little bit of damage. Cephalocrustacean leap! What is with the stuns, bro? Or the crits? Oh my goodness. What is their crit chance? Hello? Oh. What, how many? Okay. Post me is right now, right at this moment. I'm gonna put how many crits per attacks they've gotten. Because holy moly, there have been some serious crits going on. What is their crit chance? Like 70%? Oh my god! Even the regen crits! That doesn't even get increased. You know what? I mark you. You don't take either dot. That's fine. We don't have too many gems. The chance is still quite low. Behold, the gate opens once more. Apparently, I should have put the thing's phase shifting hide on the fool because the amount of crits that we've been getting is uncanny. Okay, we are all debuffed. Whatever. Do we care? Not currently. Stun and a stumble. Good stuff. Now, you are basically immune to stuns, so what I'm gonna do instead, let's try and get ourselves a little bit more treasure, especially if we're going to be retreating, which at this point, we very well might. We are still in a position that is recoverable, though. This isn't, like, the end. It's just not good. He's dead. He's deader than dead, actually, even with that minus damage taken. There is also the fact that we forgot our shovels. So we might get a stress check at this obstacle coming up, unless we can randomly dig up a shovel. Let's go ahead and add a little bit extra percent. 20% more chance to be crit. And bye-bye. Okay. Goodness gracious. I'm not gonna interact with that. Digs. Find a shovel, find a shovel, find a shovel, find a shovel. Dang. Well. Alright. Let's see if we can avoid a stress check. Oh, there's so many obstacles. We avoid it. Not even close. Not even close. We are doing so good. 9180. We can't cure it. We can't cure it. Fine, I'm gonna take the mediocre woodcuts then. Here's the thing. We could camp. And if we camp, that will help our stress situation. There's another obstacle. Ooh, the game is punishing me so hard. Okie dokie. Let's go over to this room battle. Oh, it's already been looted. Okay. Okay. We're gonna do this battle. Then we're gonna backtrack. And we'll either camp when we backtrack or camp after we deal with this obstacle. Haven't decided. Oh boy. Ugh. That's a stun. Well, we're not stress healing this turn, that's for sure. Let's go ahead and get a riposte up. That way it's just up and going. Chance to stun is actually quite high. So let's return the favor. We don't land it. And we get stunned in retaliation. Okay, well. Oh, Right. Camping. Camping right now. Right. Ah. That could be a problem for us. We'll just see how it goes. You know, actually, come to think of it, we'll see how it goes. I didn't bring any blood. Oh my goodness, the lack of preparation is actually astonishing. Now, we're stunned again. The lack of preparation is my fault. The amount that we've been getting absolutely stunned and crit locked, not my fault. Okay, a little bit of blight. We are going to take a little bit of damage. That's fine. We might get stunned. We certainly do. Wow, your guys' stun rate is real high. Believe it or not, that was not summon the end. That was just a lot of damage. Speaking of which, let's try and get a little bit in return. We need to deal 29 damage in about one turn. He has two speed. 2 speed, and he outsped everybody. 4, that one makes sense. 6. Well, that really sucks. That really sucks. I guess we're just dead. Hey, that's good at least. Oh. Interaction? What? By the way, he's actually dead. He actually doesn't get to do damage to us, so that is absurdly lucky for us. But either way, first of all, that interaction where we stress heal directly back off of okay, yeah. Yeah, uh-huh. Were you guys worried? I wasn't worried for even a second. I knew that we had it. Yeah, what, were you guys worried? You thought I was gonna die? Come on. You guys know me better than that. Okay. So, here's the thing. So that this dungeon run is not a complete waste, we are going to finish the Fool's Final Camp event. I don't remember you being animated when you're camping. I swear I don't remember that. Okay, so let's go ahead and we didn't equip it. We did not equip it. Oh, the lack of prep time is just astonishing. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. This is, ooh. Well, alright, full time. A regular ambush took precedence? Huh. That's unexpected. Okay. Unexpected. Should have popped that last, but whatever. We could just pop another one. Aha. I was so certain that we were gonna get the nighttime ambush that I kind of was just assuming that would be what happens. Alright, well, in that case, let's go ahead and try and buff ourselves up. I think we're just gonna get the heck out of here after this one. I think that's probably gonna be the correct play. Now, we pop another minor Omamori. And the gate opens. Once again. Yeah. This is another example of not preparing enough. And also getting unlucky. But not preparing enough. Let's go ahead and protect Hydrox. Also, interestingly enough, it's not like we're getting nothing out of this, because we're still getting a very rare trinket and a crap ton of gold. More than what we spent, actually. So, let's go ahead and get a nice AoE. He ends up dodging, but what... Oh, right, because it's dark. That's why he's dodging so easily, because it's dark. And now he's almost back to full health. Now, what if I told you we didn't care about that? Well, of the Tormented going down. If we could repost it, you'd be in big trouble. Unfortunately, we can't. Inner Join coming down. That doesn't do any damage, so whatever. Go for a stun? Nope. What is a higher stun chance? This does, because we're stealth. And we got a crit. It still didn't land. Wow, dude, what was our percentage on that? Wait a minute. 100% plus 40%. So 140%, 150%. We'll call it 155%. Okay, well, so we had like a 30% chance. All right, fair enough. Unfortunate. Speaking of unfortunate, let's go ahead and get a mark. It also raises our torch up enough to be past the 25 mark, so that's helpful. A little bit of stress. What did you just say in that passing? Did you just say skibbity riz? Maybe we do have to get out of here. Okay, everyone is stealthed. A-okay with me, so only the Fool is actually going to be taking damage right here. Dying Burst already. That is extremely helpful for us, because I don't think we were going to kill him anytime soon. Works for me. Stun? What? What did you... That's crazy. We're just never stunning again. I don't know what the meaning of the word stun means. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. What if we camp again? Right? Right? This is this is big brain stuff right here. This is some good stuff. We don't need the food because we've already camped. Prevent nighttime ambush. Less stress. Even less stress. Let's get a gem. No, never mind. Let's get a map. All right. You know what? I'll take it instead of the minor memories. Here we go. Did we already do it? Am I a silly willy? I could have sworn that we had not done her max camping. Huh. I guess I already did it. Okay, well, bye. Well, good news. The T-Rexes are back. So that is something to make note of. Mizufer still gambling away. We like that. Nothing really new. How about anyone new? Anyone to revive? The Oni. Our Oni is dead, right? Yes. Welcome back, Oni 2. This one having the more traditional Oni colors. You know what? We'll keep that. Oni 2. All right. Well, what are we up against? So we have the T-Rex again. We can get a memory, comet shards, quite a bit of gold. I did want to get some exploration in the Sunward Isles, but apparently, that's not gonna happen. As well as, I would say we could go after the Storm Fiend, but that also probably isn't going to happen. Oh, we're making progress. Whether the game wants us to or not is another question entirely. Oh my god. Oh boy. Well, we bring Bennett, the cataphract, with the ancestor's portrait, the benevolent scales, warmth, banner of the east, wheeling, disengage, and onslaught. We then bring the Oni, with Robin's head, the ancestor's candle, obliterate, shattering roar, mountain breaker, and kanpai. Before we then bring the Lexening Ninja with the Buffonata and the Curtain Call, with Nano Corruption, Alan Walker, Akido, and Heart Hunt. And we finish it off with the Songbird, who has the Rusted Armaments, the Unholy Trinity, Entropic Melody, Death's Lullaby, Verse of the Void, and Shimmering Crescendo. This time should go much better. I hope. It better. Okay, move resist, that's perfectly fine. Here's what we're gonna do to that move resist. First of all, debuff the stag. Good stuff. Minus accuracy, always a good thing. Now we go for kanpai, which is going to give us a regen as well as Marcus and put up a riposte. Then we go for Akido. Hello. Friendship in my neck of the woods? I don't think so. I was fishing for a crit, unfortunately didn't quite work out, but ominous targeting didn't work, and the stun goes through. I want you to have less accuracy as well. Okay. Now, you die. 16 damage coming through, his entire health bar being it's just gone. No! And Heart Hunt misses. Very, very unfortunate. By the way, that did a ton of damage. Good lord. I'm gonna imagine it's because we were marked. You're probably hyper buffed if we're marked, huh? Well, technically it is my fault, but at the same time, you shouldn't have done it. I've got a good feeling about this one. This one is where our luck returns to normal. Probably, maybe.
Well, here's to surviving another week.
Yippee! So, yeah. Extraordinarily uneventful so far. But we just keep on keeping on. Would we consider this eventful? Yeah, I partially would. I would say this is eventful.
Well, you know what time it is.
Stun the sappers.
They're too dangerous to be left alive.
Then, I mean, we could go for Heart Hunt. I think it's a little bit of a waste, but actually, we roll 3. Stun resist, can't be marked. Okay, I thought he stole my buff. He did not. I'm gonna go for a wheeling disengage. You know what? We're gonna go for big damage. Blanket fire coming down. He immediately regrets it with the nastiest backhand ever. Hey, step off, buddy. What are you doing here? Ow. Ooh, we get shuffled. It's not the worst thing in the world, especially because we can do this.
Death.
I am afraid of the sappers, but I see a guaranteed kill, and I'm going to take it. Not a bad result at all. This team is working extraordinarily well. I was not expecting this team to do as well as they're currently doing. Granted, I know that we're in a level 1 dungeon with level 1s and 0s, but still, good results are good results, and we take them. Every little bit of leeway that we can get, we're gonna take. 80%, 50, 100, alright. Our ninja is up. 90% of room, so let's see. We go down, down, back up, to the left, and then I think we just swing downwards, and that'll probably be the easiest way to do this. Okay, use one of our torches. We still have a camp, too, and we also have ample torches left. I'm, like, we're feeling real comfortable, unless, like, a shambler or the world's most random collector shows up. I'd say those are the only two things that could ruin the momentum we currently have. Especially when we can do this. Oh, we killed one. Almost killed both. Almost. That would have been so good. You guys can summon friends, and we are on the 20% damage, so you have to go before you refill the enemy's battlefield. Alright. Go for the guaranteed kill. Unfortunately, not able to do any damage with Bennett because we don't have the poke. So instead, let's just all go back to full health real quick, shall we? Okay, tiny bit of stress. Nothing to worry about.
And that's one dead bug.
I kinda want to take the gold instead of the bandages, but I know that's a bad idea. Okay, battle below us, battle to the left. Alright. More sappers, but they're surprised. We also have some regular skellies. I feel like it's actually been a while since we've seen skeletons. At least the normal ones, at least. So, you're not dead. We can't stun him. Or I guess them. Alright. 2 health. He's dead. Good stuff. Let's go ahead and get ourselves marked, reposted up with the regen. And then we'll just get everyone back to full health again. May as well. We have the opportunity. Bump in the night. Yeah, I don't think so, pal. The Warcraft stuff is just so fun. My homies! Or whatever the Zeppelin does. That is unfair. Okay, so good news. If you don't kill them turn 1, they just explode. Wait a minute. Fine, fair enough. They had a reason to outspeed us that time. They had 8 speed. Our highest was 8 speed. Fine. Hey, look, good thing we kept those bandages. You know what? We're not gonna camp. I'm getting rid of the firewood. I was thinking about it, but nah, we don't need it. We do not need to camp. I will even spend a little bit of food healing up Bennett, because worst case, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 hunger checks. We'll hope we don't have 4 hunger checks. I'm pretty sure that's super unlikely anyway, but if that were to happen, that would suck. That basically means that all of our food just immediately goes bye-bye. Okay, 1 more skeleton key, just in case we... Boy, that wasn't worth it. But just in case we do end up getting a secret room, we're gonna hold on to our final key. We're down to 2 shovels. Let's hope that there's not a ton more obstacles. Okay, now we're moving on to a hallway battle. Good stuff. Anti-venom. I am gonna take the portrait now. Now I think it's a good time for a portrait. Well, I think we're about to see a whole lot more portraits. Let's fish for a stun. Absolutely land it. You'll love to see it. We're gonna go for a wheeling disengage just to get some AoE damage. Then, roar! Doesn't take either of them out, but that's a-okay. Let's try and stack a blight. We miss one of them and don't land the blight on the other. That's 2 riposts we miss out on. That's 3 riposts we miss out on. That feels terrible. Leper? Yeah, leper. You. Alright. Big damage. Or not. Or not. Big damage.
Left yourself wide open.
See, while he was busy dodging the mental attack, he wasn't expecting the heart hunt. The amount of riposts that we would have gotten is just driving me absolutely insane. It's better we don't think about it. Fish for a stun, that way it's a little bit easier to hit him. Good stuff. Now, we say farewell. Okay, so we did... Oh, minor antiques. I want the minor antiques. Let's get risky. Let's get rid of our torches. We're probably not going to regret that. I'm certain we'll be fine. What's the worst that happens? Okay, well, there's one of the hunger checks. We can afford 3 more, which, funny enough, 3 more is basically the end of the dungeon anyway, so... We don't know what's up ahead, so I'm not going to get rid of the shovels. I also want to hold on to the keys just in case we get some value. This time I am going to set up a riposte because we're fishing for them to hit us. I'm going to swap. Then I want to get a little bit of a stress heal. Okay. Ouch. Relatively good stuff. Oh, riposte doesn't hit. Unfortunate. Riposte does hit that time. We are blighted, but the regen should offset it anyway. And then we get another dodge. Very, very nice. Let's fish for a blight. Oh, oh yeah, that feels bad. And then we low roll the heal. All right. Well, not the best turn, but what are you gonna do? Hard hunt. No, 45% chance. It wasn't meant to happen. Okay. You know what? Let's debuff. Minus 15 accuracy. Let's hope that that gives us a little bit of time. Aha! For a heal. Yeah. Now we're looking right as rain, and that blight has no chance.
80% miss. No.
Oh well. We end up killing him anyway. That just feels kinda bad. Gold. We could take the gold. I'm not going to though. Gold skeletons. Well, looks like this dungeon just got interesting. Let's try and mark them because we need every bit of damage that we can deal. I'm gonna set up a riposte. That way we also mark each other. We could potentially one-shot these slimes if we play this correctly. I'm gonna swap. Let's do some flat damage to the skelly. 8 damage, that's actually a max roll. Very, very nice. Let's heal Bennett back up to full. There we go. It also gives us a little bit of protection. Which immediately comes into effect because we're hit with a crit. Okay. It doesn't even have more crit chance. That was just a natural one. Actually, speaking of, they both take minus 15% crits. Unfortunate for us. Okay, one more hit and we can take you out. However, Heart Hunt. Wheeling Disengage won't take out the skeleton, but it will take out the ectoplasm, so I am gonna go for it, just so he's not able to spam Cytokinesis. Hit for treasure!
I don't think so.
Hit for treasure!
I do not think so either.
Death. 7 damage, just about max roll. You'll love to see that. Let's go for another stun. That way he's not able to hit us, at least not too much. Okay, now you die. 5 damage. That is, should have selected my targets a little bit better. But yeah, 5 damage, not the most impressive, but when he does have 50% protection, what do you expect? Do we think there will be a hunger check? Because I'm debating risking it. I think I'm going to take the deeds instead of the food. Then I'm going to take the busts instead of the anti-venom. We didn't get a scout, so I'm also just going to use the key. You know what? I think I'm going to keep the onyx. 500 gold's 500 gold. Ugh. What? Yeah, apparently the Oni was not a fan of the spiders either. Just completely shattering the spiderling, who then gets a free stress damage on us, but it is, that's not the point. The point is, we've taken 2 out in a single turn. Now there's just the tankiest one. I am going to go for a single target heal on Bennett, just because he is the most injured. Sword slice going down, guaranteed bleed being done, yep. I don't think it's actually a guaranteed bleed, but his chance to land it is so ridiculously high that it's basically a guarantee. By the way, keeping that onyx immediately coming into play, because we just found another one. So hey, that's 1,000 gold right there. Minus crits, more accuracy. More accuracy. Okay. I don't like any of our targets at the moment. Let's get the artillery marked, just so we can potentially one-shot him next turn. We also do land the stun. Rapid Rush going down on the Songbird. It does not land the rabies, luckily for us. You in the back have to die, and with that max roll, that makes that way easier. Mark Prey going down on our Oni, so we are probably gonna... Actually, wait a minute. All you did was buff me, you fool! Ren the Marked, only dealing 5 damage. Now, wheeling disengage, we take out the artillery in the back, and now we can go for some big damage. And because he got stunned, he doesn't even get a turn. I'm gonna try and do a little bit more damage against a Scratcher. Oh yeah, absolutely beautiful. And Bennett says it best.
Together, we cannot be stopped.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Bennett. Well done indeed. And I believe we're done. Well, I believe wrong. No hunger check, no hunger check, no hunger check, no hunger check. Don't do it, don't do it. No hunger check, no hunger check. No, 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 no. Bad, 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 bad. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Yay! No hunger check for us. Always lucky. We also got 2 torches. You know what? We risk the hunger check. We risk it. Yeah. Beat it with a shovel. Alright. Whatever. We ignore it. What did we get? We end up with a colossal... Ooh, 15k gold, a ton of heirlooms, 7.5k from the actual quest, and we also get the cookie jar for the matriarch. It increases our healing by so freaking much, but it also makes us consume more food, which is a little bit on the scary side, but oh well. Level 4, level 2, level 3, level 3. Malicious on the Lexning Ninja is actually an insane roll. We need to lock that in immediately. That is actually insane. Looks like our gambling paid off. Mizufer gambled and won the Rat Scope Trinket. Debuffs you if torch is above 50, buffs you if torch is below 51 or 26, and you take a bit more stress damage. I mean, hey, free trinket's a free trinket. That is, that's still value. Nothing really new. How about anyone new? Anyone we haven't seen just yet? No. Alright, fair enough. The Skaven Standard for the Phantasma. Oh. Well, we still have a couple options on what to do for bosses. However, I am actually happy that we're leveling up some of our lower level people because, yeah, they've cut... With this many characters, it's very easy to not level some of them. So the fact that some of our lower levels did actually get a little bit of time in the spotlight is good. Here's the issue. I want to take out the Storm Fiend. But every single time we've tried, it has not gone very well. So, let's think about this. If we take Vivosa, right? Position 3. Then we take Moo, position 2. That does mean we can't use Wine of Arrogance, so permabuffing won't be an option. However, we do gain access to Dawn. I mean, more damage, right? Let's think. Who else? I mean, we could bring Dismas. Actually, Bennett just leveled up. Bennett could be our healer. With also a little bit of shuffle capacity. That's an interesting one. As for who is in the backline, we could have the Exorcist. Technically, nah, they're a little too low level. Could take the Bowman. Could take the Estranged. Actually, could take the Estranged. Uno wouldn't be a bad choice either, because his Riposte versus a Storm Fiend could actually get us a lot of value. I think that's what we'll do. I think we'll bring Uno, right? So here's a play, because I realize that I never actually talk about why I'm thinking about team compositions. Bennett is a healer. He's able to shuffle himself if need be, so he can get himself back to the first position relatively easily, and his healing isn't terrible. The party heal obviously isn't a Vestal, but still. Moo, it's Lilith. Lilith does giga damage. Now, contrary to popular belief, Lilith does not do much damage if she isn't stacked up. The biggest reason that Lilith does as much damage as she does is the fact that she can hit twice per turn. If it wasn't for that, we have multiple other characters that outscale her like crazy. But, obviously, very good. Either way, bleed synergy and also mark synergy. Then, Vivosa. Stress healing, bleed synergy. Very good. And then, of course, Uno... bleed synergy, riposte, a little bit of healing if need be, and more damage against marked. So we have mark synergy, we have bleed synergy, we have shuffle kinda synergy. This seems like a pretty good team to me. However, with that, I believe that's gonna do it for this episode of the Amalgam Estate. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And in the next one, regardless of no matter how long it takes, no matter who it takes, we will kill the Storm Fiend. Yes, that is a reference to Hunt Down the Freeman. We are taking the Storm Fiend out next episode. If it is another 5-hour episode, so be it. We're killing him. And then, provided it's not another 5-hour episode, I think we'll go after the Wretched Plague Priest as well. Just flush the rats completely out of our estate as much as physically possible. And then the episode after that, I think it's finally time we go do more spiders. Yippee. I know you guys are really excited for the spiders, but oh boy, I'm not. But either way. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.